So I just found out that the what's it called? Guild Wars 2 Halloween stuff started. So I wanted to start doing some of that, farming delicious candy. But I need to change. I should have done this before I started the stream, but I'm an idiot. Man, it's 9 o'clock. Cool. And give me Guild Wars 2. Bam. Alright. So it looks like that's going. And should be good. And we have the perfect song for doing some farming.
My anaconda don't, my anaconda don't, my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Boy toy named Troy used to live in Detroit.
Found this song
Big dope
like a couple
dealer
days
money,
ago.
he was getting some coins.
And
Was in shootouts with the
I
law,
love
but
it
he
so
lived in a
much.
palace. Bought me Alexander McQueen, he was keeping me stylish. Now that's
This is
real,
Nanner's
real,
cover.
real. Gun in my purse, bitch, I came just to kill. Who wanna go first? I had them pushing daffodil. I'm high as hell, I only took a half a pill. I'm on some dumb shit. By the way, what is it? You can tell I ain't missing no meals. Come through and pick 'em in my automobile. Ain't eating with his grill, he told me the truth. He told me it's real, that limit sex appeal. Feeling like I'm bunny, want something eating grass. So I pulled up in the jack and I hit him with a jack like dum 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 dum. My anaconda don't, my anaconda don't, my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look at her butt. Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. This dude named Michael used to ride motorcycles. Dick bigger than a tower, I ain't talking about Eiffels. Real country ass brother let me play with his rifle. Pussy put his ass to sleep, now he calling me NyQuil. Now that bang bang bang, I let him hit it cause he slang cocaine. He tossed my salad like his name Romaine. And when we done I make him buy me Balmain. I'm on some dumb shit. By the way, what is it? You can tell I ain't missing no meals. Come through and pick 'em in my automobile. Ain't eating with his grill, so he told me the truth. He told me it's real, that limit sex appeal. Feeling like I'm bunny, want something eating grass. So I pulled up in the jack and I hit him with a jack like dum dum dum. My anaconda don't, my anaconda
What the fuck is wrong with
my
me?
anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look at her butt. Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look at her butt. Little in the middle, but she got much back. Little in the middle, but she got much back. Little in the middle, but she got much back. Oh my god, look at her. My anaconda don't, my anaconda don't, my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look at her butt. Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look
I wonder if
at
they've
her butt.
done anything different this time.
Ah, don't go.
It's so good.
Ah, yes, sir. 目を出せば一面秋の世界に一歩だけ踏み出していつま
Oh shit, I need wells. Full of corruption.
Everyone's counting on me to cheer them up and give them lots of energy. I hope that I can help them study for their test. I'll work hard to support them and always try my best. It's so much fun to help out in the dormitory and be a super moe and generic loli. I wanna do something for you, Oni-chan said. I guessed and said, what are we?
Skip. Skip that song. Or even better, happy one time song.
I'd like to build the world aside and furnish it with corn.
That's what was saying there.
Draw hentai pics.
It's been a while since I've been here, so. Woo, murder shit.
I'd like to teach the world to fap in perfect harmony.
Perfect harmony.
I'd like to show you dirty tunes for all eternity. I'd like to see the world for once, all standing cock in hand, and hear them jerk it far and wide, spacious throughout the land. I'd like to
By the way, this stream is
to fap in perfect harmony.
rated as adult. At least it should be. Pretty sure it is. I don't think
I'd like to build the world aside and furnish it with corn. Draw hentai pics and girls with dicks and tentacles galore. I'd like to teach the world to fap in perfect harmony. I'd like to show you dirty twos for all eternity. I'd like to see the world for once, all standing cock in hand, and hear them jerk it far and wide, spacious throughout the land. I'd like to teach the world to fap in perfect harmony. La 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 la.
candy corn.
My anaconda don't.
Yep, we're back to this, baby.
My anaconda
put on
don't want none unless you got
more
buns, hun.
bulbs.
Boy toy named Troy used to live in Detroit. Big dope
If you're
dealer
lucky.
money, he was getting some coins. Was in shootouts with the law, but he lived in a palace. Bought me Alexander McQueen, he was keeping me stylish. Now that's real, real, real. Gun in my purse, bitch, I came just to kill. Who wanna go first? I had them pushing daffodil. I'm high as hell, I only took a half a pill. I'm on some dumb shit. By the way, you can tell I ain't missing no meals. Come through and pick 'em in my automobile. Ain't eating with his grill, so you tell me the truth. They tell me it's real, that little mess is a deal. Feeling like I'm bunny, want something to eat out. So I filled up in the jack, and I hit him in the jack like dum dum dum. My anaconda don't, my anaconda don't, my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look at her butt. Oh my gosh, at her butt. This dude named Michael used to ride motorcycles. Dick bigger than a tower, I ain't talking about Eiffels. Real country ass brother let me play with his rifle. Plus he put his ass to sleep, now he calling me NyQuil. Now that bang bang bang, I let him hit it cause he slang cocaine. He tossed my salad like his name Romaine. And when we done I make him buy me Balmain. I'm on some dumb shit. By the way, what it say? You can tell I ain't missing no meals. Come through and pick him in my automobile. And I eat it with his grill till he tell me to chew. He tell me it's real, that limits his appeal. You don't like him but he wants something he can grab. So I pulled up in the jack and I hit him with a jab like them did it. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look at her butt. Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look at her butt. Little in the middle, but she got much back. Little in the middle, but she got much back. Little in the middle, but she got much back. Oh my god, look at her. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look at her butt. Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Look at her butt.
Okay. So this is gonna get copyright strikes all over the place, but fuck it. I don't feel like listening to Monster Cat right now, so. Ideally, I would be running this all day for the rest of my life. Well, until the event ends. I want to see if I can get a whole inventory full of trick-or-treat bags. That would be easy. But I have the permanent map kit version. Yeah, minion mancing is probably a good idea. I like wells for this. Did you get tags? Tags is where it's at. Stat is good because someone asking like what you should do for Mesmer, what that'll be good for Mesmer on this. Just like, oh, you want to play Mesmer on Labyrinth and farm loot? Pro tip, switch to anything else. These were so bad. Chronomancer is decent now, because they've got some decent wells. But where the fuck I'm going. Oh shit. It's the fucker fuck. Kicks your ass, man. Kicks your ass. God, I switched this again to Lucas, seriously. I've been dead. Let's go. Shit, son. No, no, no. None of that. Great if we had a commander. I mean, I guess I could put my mentor tag up. Man, having auto loot makes this so much better. I like that door. Oh, at the bottom. Please wait. Really bother me is here. The event scaling seems smaller than it used to be. Don't go out here. We'll just die. There's no point in dying. Pumpkin hat. I ain't hacking the pumpkin. Carving them. Why? Why? Huh. He used to have like super fat stacks of retaliation. Cause why not? Gotta keep checking the door or the map. So I've seen streamers when they stream with Discord running and it says they're streaming. But mine doesn't say I'm streaming. Mine just says I'm playing Guild Wars 2. Okay. So this song is awesome, obviously. Guarantee 99%. Oh no, way more than that. Almost everyone. Maybe someone out there who knows what the song is. Give you to the end of this song. Winner gets the next priest. But you have to be streaming. You have to be watching this. something. Time to die. Sure. Join. No. Leave. Damn it. So that was Osaka. Oh, there's a door. Shit. That was Osaka from Azumagadai. So this is my absolute favorite song. Just check my last FM profile if you don't believe me. This song kicks ass. This is Nagato Yuki. Chihara Inori. From the first character CD of Melancholy Hervery Suzumiya. Beautiful, amazing, fabulous song. Please get motherfucker. Is that? Nope. Oh, I just got 5 trick-or-treat bags for that? What the fuck is going on there? Kimber Bow. Oh. 69 trick-or-treat bags. What a number. Oh, that doesn't increase my magic point. Only increases my magic point. Anyway, it's totally on. Oh, I got an inch bell. Cool. That's awesome, guys. Oh, this is like so low energy.
So
well. Oh shit. That be my potato, yo. I should, Shit. There's no good time to stop. So many. I gotta stop that potato because. Am I dead? I'm getting attacked. I'm getting murdered. Shit! Where'd they go off to? Looks like they're doing something. Alright, let's bring these over here. Hit the other one, you piece of shit. I hope there's no door where they're at. I would like to kill these guys because they're nearly guaranteed to drop candy corn or treat bags. I should just go meet up with them. Where are they going? Oh, they're coming back around. Cool. Gift store is so good. It's simplest. Man, you get so much fucking loot. This is so mindless. Man, I need to catch up. I'm so slow. There's no way I'm gonna catch up. Oh no. Gosh, this is oh, I didn't carve this pumpkin? Can't remember. I feel like there's a achievement for doing like 1,000,000 carved pumpkins or something. Oh, cool. Doors up. Beautiful, beautiful sun. been like a year since I've played Guild Wars 2 with friends. Like, other than Core, basically. Cause like, I got Guild Wars 2 with a bunch of other people, and they all stopped playing at Halloween, basically. Shit, did I do that too early? I did that too early. Why do you do this? This area can get ridiculous. Because Labyrinth and Flora might show up too. They must have scaled these things down this year. Because last year I remember it was like way harder. Must have got like no tags there. Yeah, making the bosses strong again. I don't know, maybe. Last year they were way tougher. Either that or I just sucked way more. I don't know. No, like the one on the bottom right, he like put so much retaliate. It was just impossible to deal with unless you had like serious consequence. The store won't show up now. Oh, cool. I got 2 doors up. There's not very much karma in these events. Been going for an hour now. Which means my celebration booster is gonna run out soon. Sweet, sweet loot, man. Oh, this door isn't open. Closed yet. I don't know why it says they're invulnerable so much. Do you get more loot if you're in the squad? That only counted solo tags. So let's see. After 1 hour. The Mad King's Realm. Welcome to I want to clear out my inventory, so I just got the stuff I care about. And get some magic find consumables. Shit. Is there a merchant here? God damn it. Damn it. Do I know you? I'm pretty sure I do, but I can't. Where is the... Sell the junk? Oh yeah. Do these give magic find? Yes. Cool. Give me a stack. No, that'll be fine. So these are Monkey's Gift. And these are the other ones. These just give experience boost. I don't care about that. Okay. I only care about the magic find, so birthday boosters. Celebration boosters. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. For now. Merchant account express thingy. Damn. I should get heroic banners for karma. Engineer staff. Okay, foods. Well, these aren't food, but may as well use sharpening skulls because I'm going to be getting a fuck ton of them. I think that's it. That's all this is for nothing. I'm gonna buy more bank slots. This is getting annoying. I might use... Oh. ones that would stack up to 2 hours. Other ones, these. Don't ask about this. I can't put it there, so don't even think. Although I guess I could convert it to it's that room. It's a waste of money. I blame Golden Potatoes for that speculation in the market there. Like a year and a half ago. Default. Stuff. I need to catch up on Penn Sunday School for this past week. I normally don't stream when I'm listening to like audiobooks and stuff like that, but
the following program is a podcast1.com production.
But today I want to stream.
This is Corolla Digital.
Because I want information on how.
Now here's an exclusive Podcast One killer clip from How I Got Here, talking with NBC's Tom Brokaw.
So they pressed and pressed and pressed, and then they came and said, you've got to move, and you've got to go to the White House, because it's the beginning of Watergate, and Dan Rather's got a big leg up, and we need somebody to go in and compete against.
God damn it.
What I didn't know until later is that when I got to the White House, some of the fusty old-timers in there wrote a letter to the president of NBC News saying, you can't assign some kid from California to the White House in this big story. This is an outrage.
Download new episodes now on the Podcast One app, or subscribe at iTunes and podcast1.com.
Boom. Boom.
Brothers and sisters, welcome to Penn Sunday School, starring Penn Jillette. My name is Michael Godot. We're broadcasting from Show Creator Studio in Las Vegas. And this week, Penn is doing a movie, a TV series, Vegas show, and a podcast. Bob Dylan wins a Nobel Prize, and Penn acts like the Chicago Cubs won the World Series. The diet's going well. Penn ate a whole blueberry pie and a big block of cheese yesterday. And in spite of that, 399 of us have lost 19,287 pounds. Here he is, preaching love, Mr. Penn Jillette. Wow!
Preaching love and rested. There's no reason I should be rested.
There's actually zero reason.
But I want to talk. Matt Donnelly walked in
It did.
after the theme music started.
It's pretty proud.
Now, I have never, I haven't seen this myself. My friend Doc Swan, we all know what a good friend Doc Swan is.
Doc Swan.
He's a Stooges nut. And he claims, and he's told me the episode. I just haven't bothered looking it up. And
Yeah.
we know once we say this, someone will come in. There is supposedly a Three Stooges short where Larry was late for the shooting. Now, there's a lot wrong with this story. That just simply doesn't make sense.
Right.
So it's probably not a true story. But Doc Swan told it to me, and he's usually really accurate. So these two things are fighting in my head and could be solved by just getting the information. But I don't like to do things
No
that
way. No way.
That's the easy way.
What's the fun of that?
So the story goes that they had a three-person scene, Mo, Larry, and Curly, for the Stooges. And Larry was really, really late. And Mo, who was the brains behind it. I mean, it's a silly way to put it. But,
Sure.
I mean,
In the land of the blind.
yeah. He was the brains of the Stooges. He was disgusted that they were wasting studio time.
Yeah.
So they had rewritten the scene, another odd term to use for the Stooges,
Yeah.
so that it would just be Moe,
Didn't make sense beforehand.
Moe and Curly to get through it. And then the way the story goes, Larry runs on the scene at the last minute while they're going through it, while they're rolling. As I said, this can't be true, but some variation of this might be true.
Yeah.
And they decide, because both Curly and Moe are very, very pissed at Larry, to do the usual slapstick stuff, but not
Not pulling punches.
not pulling punches.
Actually hitting him.
So when he walks in the scene, Moe goes, "You knucklehead," and right across the face, full on slap, and they actually pull his hair and hit him right in the nose. That is the story that was told.
Okay.
If there's
The official
anything-
last day of the Stooges.
And in that case, I'm very glad that we are not a Stooges act.
So
Here he comes. Poke his eyes. Oh, Donnelly showing up late. Why, I oughta.
What was the impersonation for that? Was that Moe?
No, that was just me trying not to sound stupid. Bad chance.
So anything happened this week for you? I usually ask you off the air to set it up, but I don't.
Right. No. It's been, I guess, interesting times over at the 50 Shades thing. It's been a busy week for me. But we had to hire some girl who was visiting on vacation to do the show. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had a show because the flu's going around there. And so it was a fun week where we hired this woman, Caitlin.
Just hired a lady in the audience.
Basically, she had done it off Broadway. When the 50 Shades show went off Broadway, she had done it. She wanted to visit. She hadn't seen it in a while, so she came to see it. And I said, "Oh, did you like it?" Yeah. I was like, "Do you want to do the show on Saturday?" Because otherwise, we have to cancel.
Was she good?
She was great. She was great.
Nice.
Yeah, off Broadway, she had to be certain.
Yeah, she's very funny
She
gal.
remembered it?
Yeah. We did the whole rehearsal bit and everything.
The whole rehearsal bit. Don't you consider that cheating?
Yeah.
I would say in the film version of this, she comes to see the show.
Yeah.
You run over and go, your part on Broadway is missing. Can you? And then she goes, like when Elvis in his movies would just stand up with the band and everybody was choreographed. And
Oh, yeah. Actually, the thing is that we had hired her to do for Saturday, then we offered her a few more shows just since she was making that happen. And then, actually, we hadn't done a full cast rehearsal when all of a sudden Tuesday we were up a creek because of illnesses. So we actually did end up, we did a walkthrough with her, just her, but she hadn't worked with any of the cast or the props or anything in the dark, with the lighting and everything. And we did actually put her on stage on Tuesday with basically nothing. And that was, I said, people said, the show was crazy. I was like, yes. As a stage manager, I can tell you my goal was first, no injuries.
Mm-hmm. Always.
Second, no refunds.
I don't know why it was special that night. That is always the goal of every stage manager.
Yeah.
Although in New York, it's the other way around.
We could not recover from an injury. We would have had to issue full refunds.
But what you just said made me rethink my position of not seeing the Stones Wednesday night.
Oh.
I was not going to go. But now that this feeling is going through show business, the idea that I go into the T-Mobile Center with my ticket and Mick pulls me aside says, Jones is not feeling well tonight. Bill Wyman is way back in London. Do you know the bass parts to our song? Is that now a possibility I should consider?
It's something, I mean...
It's always a possibility you should consider.
Because, if that's the way it's going to go, this could be a... Reddy's dancing to the trains. This could be quite the week for me.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan wins the Nobel Prize, and I play with the Stones.
And it would immediately take over the headliner. The week that you're having would still be like, Penn, how did you end up playing bass for the Stones? And then everything else would follow below that.
That's
yeah.
Well, that happened. there's a wonderful piece. I mean, of video, and I have seen this video. This is not like the Stooges thing, which is just kind of like a fever dream, and we don't even have any evidence that Doc Swan is a real person. But you know, but have you seen? It'll make you cry. The video, it's terrible quality video, but conceptually it's so strong. Where Keith Moon gets sick during a Who concert, and Pete Townsend says, I think it's in New York or New Jersey.
Yeah.
Pete Townsend says, "Does anyone know the drums for the Who songs?" And a 17-year-old Jersey kid raises his hand, and Pete just helps him up on stage. He walks over to the drum kit, sits down, and they kind of, sort of, hardly look at him again. They just play the set. And he is back there at Keith Moon's drum kit with all the monitors and the Who on stage and plays like the whole show.
Oh my God, fantastic!
And you know, they've had there's subsequent interviews with him.
Yeah,
this was like 30 years ago. You know, so now he's like a 50-year-old guy. Yeah, one night I was drummer for them.
That is amazing.
Just pulled him out of young.
Because this is, and
I'm sure she'll be telling that story of 50 Shades.
Yeah, we were joking. I was like, "Isn't this kind of fun? Isn't this what you think about with show business?" She's like, "I guess it's fun." You know.
See, that's our life. Our life is the Who gives people an experience to remember the rest of their life. We give people.
Yeah, I guess our grandkids won't be like, "What was it like to just thrown into 50 Shades Vegas at Bally's? What was the window showroom like?" Yeah, I mean, there's certain elements of show business that, you know, I think you might relate to this or not, but sometimes, like, by the time you get what you've been dreaming about, it's not as it's such an arduous process to get your foot in the door, to get through stuff, that person, that drummer, experienced the best version of show business.
Absolutely.
You know, like there's just
He didn't spend the year ahead of time rehearsing with Keith Moon.
Right. Nor did he get
He didn't
hired.
have to meet Keith Moon.
Yeah.
Which would be one whole. He didn't even. I don't think he even met the Who.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
He met Keith Moon's drum kit.
Yeah. And he saw Pete Townsend at his best.
Yeah.
At his absolute best.
Helping
right?
him on stage.
He didn't see him backstage bitching about the catering.
Right.
No.
Oh, flat meat again? Oh, fuck. Can we get some? Like, where's the pickles? He didn't have to go through all of that.
No.
Didn't have to ride on the bus.
I'm not in any way saying, by the way, there's anything bad about Pete Townsend. I'm talking about human beings.
Yeah, just regular show business tour life.
Anybody.
A year
backstage.
of rehearsing. Just a year of rehearsing is just hellish.
Yeah.
Any rehearsals are pretty
And
bad.
also, at that point, pulled up on stage, you really are in the very rare situation in life where anything you do right is celebrated, anything you do wrong is forgiven.
Oh yeah.
On I'm Free, the drummer's fed up. What do you expect? He was in the audience.
Yeah, he might be a little excited.
Yeah.
His adrenaline's probably running a little.
He missed that fill.
Yeah.
He hit 5 of them.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Yeah. So then we settled on, when it's over, wouldn't it be cool to have said you did this? She said yes. I said, okay, good. Yeah, that's a fine takeaway. It was like when I auditioned to be King, the King role at Tournament of Kings over at the Excalibur. I was called back. I didn't end up getting the part, but I said before the callback to my wife, I was like, it's not a gig that I want to do, but it's a gig that I would have liked to have done.
Yeah, well, that's...
I was like...
Which, by the way, is a good description of life. You know, this is the change that those of us who are trying to meditate, be more mindful, are trying to make. We're trying to get from, we do not want to enjoy having lived life, we want to enjoy living life.
Right.
It's that present tense thing.
Yeah.
Because it's really easy to enjoy having done stuff.
Sure.
That's my theory. Is the closer you come to dying, the better the story.
Yeah.
And that's how we specifically make our living, is telling these funny stories about these things that almost killed us.
It's that which does not kill us can really hurt our back and make us miserable for the rest of our life. I mean, nothing is less true than that which does not kill us makes us strong.
Yeah.
It's completely. Because sometimes when you come close to me, you carry the scar.
Yeah. Sometimes a bullet does hit an organ that makes you have to pee weird the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you stronger.
Doesn't even make the pee stream. So that's exciting. Anything else this week, Captain?
No, I think that's about it.
The voice is cracking with emotion.
We did a walkthrough for the Scoop Fest, the November 13th.
November 13th.
That's coming up. That's coming up quick.
That's coming up quick, yeah.
Well, I just got the possibility based on. Did you miss me at the?
I did. I kept actually just introducing you over and over again, hoping you'd walk through the door.
At the last minute.
Paul wasn't even there. That's how much the show was just falling apart.
Who was there?
Paul's one of the people sick and out of 50 Shades. So I actually just invited every improviser. I just went on all the message boards and invited every improviser to come out and play, and I just did a big jam. I just invited everybody up and played.
How many people?
Performers? 13. Audience members? 15. No, probably about a dozen performers came out.
Really? And
Yeah.
how many are
About a dozen more. But it was nice.
Their spouses.
Yeah.
A dozen performers.
I should have made it a bringer show, but I didn't. If you're gonna show up, I'll give you 5 minutes if you bring 5 people with you.
Is that what those are called?
Yeah, bringer shows. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
what it means.
Yeah, the lower levels of stand-up. You're trying to get out of open mics. You start doing bringer shows where you basically get a minute per person that you bring with you to the stand-up club.
Wow. I never heard that.
I never heard that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's frowned upon, and I think now because of social media and stuff like that, that people kind of found all kinds of ways around it. But the comedy clubs don't own that space like they used to, but that's what they used to do. Yeah.
Wow. It was frowned upon by whom?
Comedians themselves, just it was the kind of thing where like you get caught up in trying to say you're legitimate. So I'm no longer doing open mics. I now get a slot at such and such a time at this club now, so I can brag about that secretly. It's because I'm bringing people.
But you know what you're doing.
Right. It makes sense. You can see how no matter what it would evolve to that.
Yeah, it has to.
Yeah.
Well, it's also hard to, all the Sunset Strip clubs are paid to play.
Yeah.
You pay to play because you're upset.
Yeah.
They pay to play.
Yeah.
And I guess it's no different.
I mean, strippers pay to play. That's where you start. I think that's the thing that people don't realize.
Yeah.
Strippers paid to give you lap dances.
Well, there is a precedent for paying to take your clothes off. Others have done that.
Sure. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, strippers have to.
But yeah, you were missed. But just to let people know that the November 13th at Show Creator Studios, we're encouraging people to Lyft or Uber or taxi their way here, because there isn't a lot of parking here at the Show Creator Studios. But
You need to bring 5 people with you.
You got to bring 5 people with you.
What day of the week?
It's Sunday. For you guys, it's no different than what you normally do. That was the point of this. Is that it's
That's a good deal.
But I'm going to do a show, right?
Yeah, you're gonna do a magic show afternoon. Yeah.
On a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Because because of my bucket show,
Yeah.
somebody called to book us, and it's time that we can't get crew and we can't get talent.
Yeah.
It was previously booked. So Glenn called me and said, "You want to do your bucket show?" Possible. Then I will be doing just a series of card tricks at a venue.
Oh wow.
Strolling? You doing strolling?
Kind of.
Nice.
I think it's like 40 or 50 people, and it's in a room, and I'll stand up on stage. And they want me to do 40 minutes. So I like doing
You should do a club passing
You
routine.
have
I
clubs
know
of that. Yeah. You need a juggler.
I'd like to think that after 50 years in show business, I have 40 minutes of material.
No, but you haven't been doing individual card tricks for very long.
I haven't, and I've been enjoying them very much.
Yeah.
I think I want to do more.
Yeah.
I need to get those rooms. That's
You
what
get up to an hour, you can get a cruise ship.
I'm missing with this build. The one that's at trigger
We can
on
add that to the list
death
this
of
week.
an enemy
Cruise ship.
spawning in
But
here.
I'm looking forward to school.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Where are they going to park their asses?
There's a Stroke Creators has a big actual large studio space where like people can like rehearse like big routines and stuff. And we're gonna put
You have to be dressed like a bird to work in it?
Yeah. It is the weirdest place to try to go to the bathroom. But Yeah, and so we're putting a bunch of chairs in there with overflow standing space. So your Scoop Fest T-shirt, which we're selling, obviously, it gives you guaranteed seating for the Penn Sunday School Live thing. But you have to buy the Scoop Fest.
I don't have that,
Hayscoop.com/ScoopFest bag.
thing for
would be,
shouts. That's what I'm
slash
missing,
scoop bag
too.
rather would be where you go to buy that. And then
So your ticketing is all tchotchke?
if you wear a t-shirt, you can sit
what I
down.
need.
If not, you're standing. And then we just
Charge
confirmed
reduction
Lauren
for
Bronson's wife, Joanne. She's going to bring her food truck out.
Oh,
And
nice.
she's promised to make something on diet for us.
Really?
Yeah.
Kidding me.
No.
Does she know on diet?
Well, I said vegan, no oil, no salt.
Yeah.
She said okay.
No sugar.
Yeah,
No refined grains. Tell her that too?
I'll get on the refined grain.
That's a
aspect.
hard one for her.
But I think corn tortillas are good for that, right?
Not great.
Okay.
Maybe we'll make our own corn tortillas.
Yeah, yeah.
You make corn tortillas?
I can do that.
That are on
I
diet?
think so, yeah. Just kind of cool.
I'll check in with her again, make sure we're all square.
How's her truck doing?
She's doing really well.
Seems like you're doing well.
Yeah.
One truck?
I've worked it a couple of times.
Did you?
She has one truck, yeah. One truck doing Mexican food.
And what did you do? You cooked?
I took orders. I wasn't allowed to cook. I tried to let them talk me in. I tried to talk them into letting me cook.
Only Godot would try to get talked into.
Yeah.
The more
No, I don't
stressful
want the good job. I don't want the front job. I want to do the cooking. I want to be hot and uncomfortable. No, I just took orders.
I know the answer to this, but her answer may be different. Why wouldn't they let you cook?
They had cooks. They didn't have something like that.
I remember talking to her a while ago as I was trying to pitch some kind of show or something.
I know.
Yeah.
That's still a good idea.
I know. Well, one of the things was that I said, like, most basically said, like, do you want a real restaurant? Brick and mortar. I didn't say real because that's offensive. Do you want to really cook food? But you want a brick and mortar restaurant, like, what's your dream restaurant? And she actually said that most food truck drivers don't dream of a brick and mortar restaurant. Most of them are coming from brick and mortar and they just enjoy the food truck life.
I gotta tell you, there was a lobster roll in DC.
Yeah.
I still think
Lethal combination.
fine lobster roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
The truck thing has it back.
Yeah, and
I wonder if there's another step. You'd be like a guy in a backpack. Still doing it.
yeah. Have you got intense backpack burritos? They're insane.
A guy just walking
There
around.
are people in Mexico and in LA walking around with ice chests full of tamales.
Yeah.
They just walk
On
around.
occasion, yeah, just walking around with them like a dog, just dragging.
There might be like a one-man band setup. You have a grill that a big backpack and all centered.
Like I'm trying to think like one of those like camp stoves, but where a drumline's drums go, but you can put like a little stove right there.
And
Oh man, you'd be burned so badly.
but if you just walking along, going, hey, what do you want?
You could probably do it with the drums. Just put a little burner underneath them and just cook them like a little wok. Just stir fry stuff as you, right there in the steel drum.
Stir fry.
Well, actually, it'd be dugga, because the middle one would be cooking. It'd be like dugga, It's a nice idea walking around.
Yeah.
And there you
Walking
go,
around.
You got the title.
We nailed it.
You nailed it. Walking around.
Walking around.
We're gonna be rich. We're gonna franchise it.
God gave that to us.
Yeah, we were.
I didn't know when I said it.
No, we were just.
God just handed that.
We were
to us.
conduits of a higher calling.
The Muse visited us. I wish the Muse had visited us on something else. Walking around.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder, you're not allowed to do that on the Vegas Strip.
I doubt it.
Why you look at me when you ask that? I'm gonna go out and try it tomorrow. I'll be out there.
It seems like it'd be pretty good. You buy your backpack, you buy your supplies. Walking around, a little sign over your head that says spot.
Yeah.
And you get two legs that you can flip down so you can keep your weight on.
Oh yeah. You can even just do like that clown trick that they do, where they secretly have like a planted leg to sit on.
Yeah. Maybe a little, something goes under your ass, you lean back and stuff. What do you want? Line forms over here? What do you need? What do you need? Boom, boom, boom. Money goes in, boom, 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 boom. One guy. One man show.
Playing songs
And while
serving
you eat,
lunch.
I make a few jokes.
Yeah.
I want to see this ad.
Tell Glenn to call that.
Which one of
group
us?
back.
Which one of us is the least employed here? Is that you, Godot?
Probably me. Could be me.
You're gonna go out and do that?
I possibly.
Michael Godot's walking around.
I'm gonna experiment with a little first. You mind if I'm gonna wear some asbestos and try it out?
I want to remind you of the story we just told about.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe the time from thinking of it to doing it being as short as possible might be a good thing for who will from now on call Lefty. After he burned off one arm in the walking around rig.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that where I leaned my arm is exactly where
Yeah.
the griddle is the hottest.
Well, I tripped stepping up the curb and fell face first into the grill.
Oh, jeez, I hadn't thought of that.
Stairs. Yeah. Stairs are your enemy for sure.
Stairs. Really bad. Really.
Curbs. Bad news.
A little bit of a grease spill in
Yeah,
front
yeah.
of you, and then boom, and all the fuel's on you.
Maybe we have figured out why no one's ever done this.
Yeah. I think we might have just gone right away. Dude.
Yeah.
I think that the
Walk into the hospital is probably the new name.
it seems like it can be described the problem in one word: falling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were so there.
Yeah. And then falling with burning fuel
Not a good idea.
attached to you.
Can't even get the rig
Kick
on.
it off. Yeah.
Yeah. Tying yourself to fuel.
Yeah.
But boy, it's a nice look.
It is good looking.
Flapjack. Flapjacks.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we do something that was low temperatures. You just had to heat it up.
Oh.
Hot chocolate. Walk around with hot chocolate.
Now I'm picturing Joe dressed like a thing of hot chocolate. Right?
Yeah. I'm a little teapot. There it is.
I'm a little teapot. Tip me over, hot chocolate, $5. That's pretty nice.
That is nice. That is nice.
I'll tell you, for those people who listen to Penn Sunday School who are unemployed,
Yeah.
I would say that every week
Yeah.
generates just a cornucopia of ideas for business startups.
The Cramden Moment. Brought to you by
We're basically a think tank podcast.
This is the think tank.
Yeah.
Get you ideas of ways you can go out and make money, support your family after you've been burned to death.
Yeah. We're changing the world. We're changing the world.
Changing the world one fucked up idea. I feel like the first sentence I say on this next subject should be the most momentous sentence I've ever uttered. I feel paralyzed by my inability to articulate what I'm feeling.
I am death incarnate.
Robert Allen Zinn,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Bob won the Nobel Prize in Literature. A friend of mine was the sheriff. He wrote this. He felt like he felt a child. For some reason, somehow
You'll have to get much off now and make another.
is just this glowing ray of sunshine. It just means the heart. Yeah, I read all the criticism,
Right.
all the reasons he should the Nobel Prize. And there are hidden somewhere in there some reasonable arguments
Sure.
for literature. It's not the Nobel Peace Prize, they just decided to give it in.
Right.
It's for literature. 1993 was the last time an American won. And a songwriter has never won. What is it, 113 years? Never won. Bob Dylan has won the Nobel Prize. Now, people were tweeting, has Penn been insufferable since his But we've often talked about what is your sports team?
The Giants.
The Giants.
Yeah. New York Giants.
I've often talked about how when Robbie says, we won today,
Yeah.
about the Yankees,
Yeah.
what we means.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, I got about 25 emails with the RE congratulations. They would say, congratulations on the Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
We won the Nobel Prize.
We won the Nobel Prize.
I also went through, on top of everything else, Bob won the Nobel Prize, which thrilled me beyond belief. Bob won the Nobel Prize the night he was playing in Las Vegas.
Right.
Bob won the Nobel Prize the night he was playing in Las Vegas, when, during the busiest time of my life, I happened to, not totally coincidence,
Right.
I happened to have a night off, and I had tickets. I saw Bob Dylan in Las Vegas the night he won the Nobel Prize. There's this game that's played. If you could go back in time and see any musical performance,
Right. Of course.
my answer might be Bob Dylan in Las Vegas the night he won the Nobel Prize. It's as good as when he went electric.
Yeah.
It's everything great. I also, another part of it that was so beautiful was he was playing at the Cosmo. And the Cosmo has one rule for everybody in the Cosmo, which is do not allow it to be called Cosmo.
Right.
He was playing the Cosmo, which is not part of Caesar's family.
No.
And by family, I mean essentially a gambling monopoly. I mean, there's MGM,
Yeah.
there's Caesar's.
Yeah.
Cosmopolitan is not one of those.
Right.
Caesar's had their huge electric billboard on the strip said, congratulations to Bob Dylan. Not their before. Vegas came together and just kind of said, fuck! We had a Nobel Prize winner playing guitar!
Tonight.
By the way, when I say playing guitar, Bob Dylan has not touched, as far as I can tell, I did some research, has not touched an electric guitar or acoustic guitar or any kind of guitar on stage in 4 full years.
Wow.
Thursday night, he went over, grabbed the guitar, I think it was Simple Twist of Fate. It might have been Tangled. He played a guitar solo.
Wow.
Just hasn't touched a guitar. But when you're Nobel Prize winning, you play a guitar solo. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Also, I can't betray confidences because he doesn't like this. He likes privacy. But I also was backstage with Bob Dylan, Nobel laureate. And his mood was not only like I've never seen him, but like I've never heard of him. He was just what you would be winning the Nobel Prize. A lot of smiling backstage, a lot of joy. I mean, Bob did not make any statements to the press.
Right.
And of course, I can't do that
No.
publicly. But the joy. I mean, I talked mostly to the crew people, although I did shake hands with Bob. The crew was backstage, like, I mean, dancing around and high-fiving. I mean, it was a big, heavy deal. And I guess what is most important is the show. He's in between the 2 desert trips. So the desert trips stopped him, I don't know why, but stopped him from doing what the last 2 shows I saw, which were all Sinatra stuff.
Right.
Because of Old Cella, Desert Trip, he was doing, this doesn't mean anything with Bob Dylan, he was doing kind of a greatest hit show. He opened with Rainy Day Women, number 12 and 35. They stone you when you're trying to be so good. And I sat there, my fingers crossed, just hoping he would sing, they stone you when you have a Coke and fries. They stone you when you win the Nobel Prize. I was really hoping to hear that. We didn't. He was doing Jerry Lee Lewis kick-out leg things while he was playing piano. And then he was finishing lines of songs and turned to the audience with these big grins and kind of going, ha! I mean, and when he came to Simple Twist of Fate, he took the microphone in that classic bent over Elvis pose, holding the mic stand up with the right hand and the left hand down and bent over like cradling a lover in one's arms.
Yeah.
He held the mic like that and sang the whole thing like that.
Wow.
And then after he had done, Rainy Day Women, Highway 61, Desolation Row, Tangled Up in Blue, Simple Twist of Fate. I mean, it was every song the audience wanted to hear, one after the other, all in new, reinvented forms, with the hottest band he has ever had, for Bob Dylan, which, I mean, this is the whole different scale, in a giddy mood.
Yeah.
I mean, he was stepping back from the mic and doing whole wiggles and dances in between. And then he had the guitar set up that he was going to play, and he kept walking all the way across the stage over to it and just kind of touching the top of it and then walking back to the mic. Just this teasing thing. And then for the encores, he came out and did Blowing in the Wind, which the crowd went crazy. And I heard one single voice of a heckler that might have been one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. The audience was going wild. They quieted down, and one strong male voice went, "Congratulations, Bob!" And the crowd went crazy. He finished Blowing in the Wind and then walked over to his antique, old-fashioned mic. The steel guitar started, and he sang in this beautiful, cello-like voice. "I'm sentimental, so I walk in the rain," which, of course, is the beginning of Why Try to Change Me Now? And I'm going to tell you, there was not a dry eye in the house. It was incredible. And I was watching that from the soundboard backstage, and it has to be, the greatest show I've ever seen. I had Emily went with me, and also Glenn and Teller. And Teller said, he always has trouble understanding lyrics. He does not like the way rock bands are mixed. Bob Dylan is, of course, usually the worst offender. Teller understood every word. Glenn, who is all about, Vegas shows and glitz and, entertainment, a mile a minute, said every moment was as entertaining as anything he's ever seen on stage by anybody. Bob held the crowd. No mention of the Nobel Prize.
Right. No hat.
No hat. Letting the light hit his face.
No, I mean, because he obscures his face.
A big brim hat. No hat. Hair up and wild. The most smiles we've ever seen. Every single note perfectly chosen. Some piano solos that were just out of their minds. Clanging, banging. The band sounding beautifully. He was in perfect voice. He was just... you looked around, and everybody was just grinning ear to ear. It must feel like what it feels like for a sports team to win.
Right. Yeah.
And I said to Robbie, I now know what you feel like, when your team wins. And he said, well, yes, you know what I feel like if I were friends with Derek Jeter. I don't really know what that means, but I guess it kind of...
Yeah. I mean, Elon Musk made the news this week for saying that he believes that this all might just be some kind of thought experiment that our life, all of our lives. Yeah. I don't know if there's greater evidence than what you just described, that this might just be a total thought experiment. You're sitting before us totally energetic, totally fine, after shooting a TV show, making a movie at your own house, and doing your podcast and your magic show.
Presumably exhausted.
In the town where you work and live. Bob Dylan, your hero, comes to town on the day he wins his Nobel prize for literature and plays an unbelievable concert. It just seems like maybe this is all made up.
I'm sentimental, so I walk in the rain. I get some habits that are hard to explain.
Yeah.
I think that we are actually on the Dylan team. We have done a great deal of promotion. We have continually brought life to his lyrics.
By the way,
I think we should share in the prize.
To those who listen to this podcast, Bob Dylan winning a Nobel Prize could not have been the first time they considered it on Thursday. It has been brought up by me continually for 20 years.
Exactly. It has been a long campaign for us.
Friends of mine told me, you know, you have been talking about this for 20 years, that he used to win the Nobel in Literature. Did you read Leonard Cohen's comment?
Oh, no.
On Bob Dylan winning the Nobel Prize? Now, Leonard Cohen being a fabulous artist, you might think Leonard Cohen with a body of work that's unbelievable, there might be a little bit of something.
Yeah.
But
particularly because Cohen even wrote about Dylan in his songs.
Right.
Stuff. Yeah.
His statement was perfect. He said, giving Bob Dylan the Nobel Prize in Literature is like giving Mount Everest a medal for being the tallest mountain. It's kind of perfect.
Yeah.
It's kind of just totally perfect.
Yeah.
And I've been told by those who were at Desert Trip that the show at Desert Trip was at the same quality as the show in Vegas.
Yeah.
And he did for his encore there like a Rolling Stone.
Nice.
And man, let all of that insanity of 70,000 people going wild for what's considered by many to be the greatest pop song ever recorded by a Nobel Prize laureate. I mean, on top of being performed for 70,000 people who really wanted to hear it. And then, after all that calmed down, went, I'm sentimental, so I walk in the rain. And what's so nice about that is doing someone else's song for your final encore.
Yeah.
And not a we are the champions, my way,
right.
I've done it. None of this kind of celebration and big dick swinging and boy, we did it, we crossed. None of that river deep, mountain high. None of that stuff. Simply, I'm sentimental, so I walk in the rain. Why try to change me now? It's just kind of perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of perfect. And what are the chances that I'm not working?
Yeah.
When why wasn't I doing a show?
Thursday night.
Booked on a Thursday.
You're always out of town working. You should have been in Seattle doing an Indian casino.
Always. It's just, things went right for me.
Yeah.
Things went wicked right for me. Yeah, I mean, like the moon landing. I mean, I was feeling self-conscious by how happy I was.
Yeah.
And then other people being that happy, I kind of went, oh, okay, I guess I can. I guess I can be that.
I'm allowed to share this.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah. And it's pretty
That is what it is to root for a sports team and do that. I always think it's fascinating people who are into art don't understand sports. People into sports don't understand art. To me, as someone who's into both.
Because they're the same thing, you think?
I think so. I think the short of it for me is that it sucks that we only get to live one life and we have capacity to live so much more, right? And so our feelings of empathy and everything else, like you invest in something outside of yourself arbitrarily because it gives you the ups and downs of.
But here is the difference.
Yeah.
What made you choose the Giants?
Oh, it's just, that's our tribalism, for sure. Just growing up in Jersey, and the family members rooted for the Giants, and so I took to them,
Because that's a little bit different with Bob.
Yeah, I would say, I'm a huge professional basketball fan, and I don't have tribalism there. I tend to just start following a team that I like what they're doing because of their players.
Well, what they're doing, playing basketball?
Yeah. There's a lot of different styles of play. There's a lot of different types of people that you want to see do well.
Physical art.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's improvisation.
Yeah.
It's improvisation with someone fucking well.
Exactly.
Someone trying to elbow you in the ribs while you try to...
They'll slap you in the face every time you say the word.
While you try to solo, while you try to pull off a guitar solo, someone's going to kick you in your knee.
And go over and knock over your amp.
Yeah.
Plug in another.
That'd be great. I think we've got another hit on our hands.
Yeah.
I think Battle of the Bands should be an actual battle. That would be great. If the other guys were up there trying to unplug your stuff, trying to knock your stuff over, and you had to keep them away from it while playing your song.
We taught these mixed martial artists how to play clarinet.
Clarinet's a good instrument for it, too. Nice.
Clarinet's hard.
Yeah.
Clarinet's really hard.
Yeah.
You squeak even under the best conditions, let alone with someone punching you in the nuts. Clarinet kind of faded away because people said, wait a minute, sax is easier.
Yeah. And whipping out a saxophone, you look really badass. Whipping out a clarinet doesn't really create the same attention.
Yeah, and not even as good a word.
No.
Clarinet.
Blow, clarinet, blow!
I like this so much better than combat juggling.
Yeah, I do think it's better than combat juggling.
I'd be really good at this.
Ready's in. Ready's in.
You're not...
what is your battle instrument?
You're not paying me to play saxophone. You're paying me to be Clarence Clemens. That was the contract negotiation between Clarence and Bruce Springsteen.
Wow.
That's what Clarence said when Springsteen said he was being paid much too much. He said, you're being paid too much for paying me to play saxophone. You're not paying me to play saxophone.
That was a smart negotiation.
Yes, it is. Jonesy loved Springsteen's book. Jonesy.
That's crazy.
Who doesn't even like life.
Yeah.
He actually likes Springsteen's book. He's not a Springsteen fan at all.
Right.
He liked the books. It's really well written.
Was there food in it?
He does describe something that is mind-blowing. An evening he spent at Sinatra's house singing with Bob Dylan.
Oh.
What? Gathered around the piano? Sinatra?
Oh, come on.
And I guess Steve Lawrence was there and looked over at Frank Sinatra and Springsteen and said something along the lines of, well, there's all of Jersey. But, yeah, it's supposedly a really good book. Another friend of mine's reading it. Said it's great. I mean, I'm not going to read it.
I'm going to, but I still have not got my hands on it yet.
Are you going to get the audio? Do you usually go to the audio? You know, when I was growing up in Jersey, the only audio book that all the way through has...
And you actually applaud for the encore for the final chapter.
Yeah.
There's an epilogue if you clap loud enough in your car. The audiobook was supposed to be only 20 hours, but of course Springsteen did it in 30.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, yeah, I want to get my hands on it. The Clarence Clemens dynamic is fascinating because the negative aspects that would come with anything the boss go away because of Clarence Clemens.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I like that story.
He does, supposedly he is rather candid about it's not a democracy.
Yeah.
If you want input in this band, go to another band.
Yeah.
This is the Bruce Springsteen band.
Yeah.
So.
I've heard that speech before. I'd hear it this Sunday school.
Blow, big man, blow.
Squeak.
You're not paying me to sit on a mic and giggle. You're paying me to be that dog.
Yeah. I feel like that's the opposite. Yeah.
What else this week, Mad Dog?
I don't know.
Nothing else?
Can you top being at Bob Dylan's show?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Nope. No. It's been just a stressful week for me. So you're busy. You're busy week. I had a very busy week myself, but it was all just trying to make sure everybody was getting paid. So that was my week.
That's a good week.
Yeah.
I went and did Code Black. Well, but I'll talk about that after I do this.
Yeah.
And we also got a lot to talk about because we got one of our sponsors here.
Yep.
Is someone that Godot used all week.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah, he was using it all week. We've all taken jobs to earn extra cash back in the day. I've got a better way if you can earn extra money on the side. It's so much easier today thanks to Uber. We've all taken jobs.
Oh, yeah. I've taken this specific job on the side.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Yeah, you could probably do better with this.
Yeah.
Uber's the ultimate side hustle. Driving with Uber is a new way you can earn extra cash whenever you want. It's not just another job. It's a totally flexible way to earn. You can turn it on and off just like your car. If you have a few spare hours here and there, drive with Uber. Have you ever wanted to be your own boss? I bet you'd make a great boss. Drive with Uber, and you are your own boss. It's a good ad. If you're driving right now, you should be earning right now. I'd do it. I think I might. Every day is payday when you drive with Uber because you can cash out anytime with instant pay. Do you use instant pay?
I haven't used it yet. I've got it.
We'll talk.
It's set up.
Godot's week here. With access to instant pay, cash out your earnings up to 5 times a day with no minimum amount required. Pretty great. Listen, if you enjoy earning extra cash, who doesn't? If there's something special you'd like to buy, your car can start making you money. So go ahead and get your side hustle on. Sign up to drive with Uber today. Go to uber.com/drive now. Uber.com/drive now. That's uber.com/drive now. uber.com/drive now. We're going to talk about, you do that most of the week?
I did all week, yeah. It's been great.
We'll talk about that. Some small businesses still think an expensive postage meter is the only way to get postage without having to go to the post office. They're wrong!
They're
wrong. Wrong. Couldn't be more wrong if their name were Wrongy W. Wrongenstein. There's Stamps.com. With Stamps.com, easily print postage for any letter or package using just your computer and printer. Unlike a postage meter, Stamps.com has no hidden fees like the postage meter can charge the reset fees, no extra hardware to buy, no long-term contracts. Stamps.com can save you at least 50% compared to a meter. Plus, do more with Stamps.com than you can with a meter, like sending package tracking information to recipients with one click. That's fabulous. The choice is clear. Stamps.com offers more features at a fraction of their cost. We use Stamps.com for everything. You go to the Penn & Teller website, get an autographed picture or something, the long-suffering Laura, we'll send that with Stamps.com. All the Scoops Fest stuff, all Stamps.com. Barbecue Zoo,
All Stamps.com.
Yeah, anything for MakePenBad.com. It's all Stamps.com. Right now, sign up for Stamps.com and use my name,
Penn,
for this special offer. 4-week trial plus $110 bonus office. Includes postage and a digital scale. Don't wait! Go to Stamps.com and right when you get to the site, don't do anything else.
No.
Right when you get to the site, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in
Pen.
That's Stamps.com, type in
Penn.
You're not paying me to say pen, you're paying me to be that honest.
I don't think we should continue to test that.
Exactly.
How much?
I want to find out.
This is such a good week. Everything
It is.
is so good. Can Bob Dylan win the Nobel Prize every week?
Yes.
It gives us a sunshiny mood. How much do you value a really great night's sleep? Boy, did I sleep well last night. Yesterday, I started work on the grounds at 7 a.m. I worked right up until 6:30 p.m. Went directly over, did the Penn & Teller show. Got home, then I met afterwards with Rich Von Nathanson, the director of the grounds. We worked on the movie and just talking about it till about 1. I got home. I get into that sleep number bed. Wow. This was not a very good test of the sleep number bed. I believe I could have slept on train tracks. But I woke up, which is the test of being tired and the test of a good bed, is when you wake up in the same position you went to sleep. I still had my headphones on. I hadn't moved.
Wow.
Headphones were still on, still playing Dylan. 9 hours sleep. It was a great night's sleep. If you aren't getting the best night's sleep night after night, it might be time for a new mattress. It sure helps. Before you do anything, go to Sleep Number store and experience the adjustable comfort of Sleep Number bed. It's available right now for a price you can't afford to miss. Now, We've explained many times before. Sleep Number bed, each side of the bed is adjustable firmness. Sleep Number setting still right now is 65, and because Sleep Number bed adjusts on each side, it's a perfect bed for couples. Only Sleep Number beds are available with Sleep IQ technology, so you know what to adjust for the best night's sleep. In fact, according to Sleep IQ research, people who adjust their Sleep Number settings are 58% more likely to improve sleep quality. That's what I love about Sleep IQ. It gives me the facts on how I'm sleeping so I can sleep better over time. Yeah, you're going to invite me over for a night of sleep. Sleep Number setting is 65. Come in now during the Columbus Day or Indigenous People Day sale and save $400 on the C4 mattress. It's the lowest price ever. Much better than the C3 mattress.
Yeah.
C4 mattress. It's the lowest price ever. You'll find Sleep Number at any of the 500 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Find one near you by going to sleepnumber.com. Sleepnumber.com. Make sure to tell them Penn Jillette sent you.
A few people on the chat suggested that you mispronounced bonus offer in the stamps.com ad.
Did they?
Did anybody else hear that? I didn't hear that.
I did not hear that here. I thought we just nailed
I
it.
did it perfect.
It was beautiful.
Can you give that to me one more time just so I can slug it in, just in case?
Okay. Bonus office.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you so much.
So what was driving for Uber like?
Driving for Uber is like having a parade of people in your car to have different conversations. And they're fascinating conversations. I picked up a guy yesterday, and this is something that's kind of been bugging me anyway for a while. I picked up a guy from the Dominican Republic and drove him. He's got a temporary job. He's in town trying to make money that he can send back to his mother in the Dominican Republic. And so we spend the whole drive talking about why he's in the United States. And for me, just through the random nature of this thing, I learned more about the immigration. I thought more about the immigration debate than I have ever.
Was one of the reasons that Bob Dylan won the Nobel Prize?
Yeah, I think that was it. I think it was half Bob Dylan won the Nobel Prize, and the other half was this really sweet Dominican Republic guy talking to me, saying about how important it was to be here.
Talk to us. Seriously.
He was able to send money home to his grandmother. His grandmother and his wife are both still in the Dominican Republic. He is here working, trying to help them. And when people talk about someone coming to this country and taking their job, I just can't imagine that they don't see both sides of it.
What about that moment when he threw you out of your car and started driving?
yeah, he could have done that. He paid me. Everyone who comes to this country, they have to have a job, but they create 50 jobs. They need a grocer. They need a farmer. They need someone to build the apartment or their home. They need someone to sell them gas. You only have businesses because people are here. Why not bring everyone here so that we can sell things to them?
What was his job?
He was just going to be a host at this casino for the night. He has 2-3 nights a week where he goes in and greets people at this casino.
Oh, because he's bilingual?
Yeah, because of his Spanish. Dominican Republic, he speaks Spanish.
And
So
is English very good?
his English is not very good.
Uh-huh.
But
He's working in Spanish.
He's working in Spanish, and he speaks English well enough to have this conversation with me. He's here learning English. He's working hard on it. He was in
How old a
Boston.
fellow?
Probably 25, 26. He'd been in Boston for a year taking English lessons, and then had come to Vegas because he felt that he could get a better job here. And it was just a really moving, delightful moment. And here's the one thing that Uber doesn't have that it needs. It needs a "I'm giving this guy the ride for free" button. I don't want him paying $10 for this ride at this point. At this point, I want to go, you know what? Welcome to the U.S. Welcome to Vegas. Hop on out. Here you are. And a third of the rides with Uber are this same thing.
How many people, other than the fabulous Michael Godot, use that button? That's the problem.
I picked up a lady whose car had broken down and she had to get her daughter to school.
Huh?
We need a different version of Uber, which is I'm your neighbor. We need the I'm your neighbor app. Your car is broken down, you push a button. If I've got time, maybe I can take you to the grocery store. Because half of the time, a third of the time, that's what I'm doing as an Uber driver. I'm saving people from a situation that they didn't want to be in.
I'm your neighbor app.
Okay, we got another app.
You know, I'm not kidding.
No,
Yeah.
There must be something like that. Is there something like that?
We have like a neighborhood message board in our neighborhood. It's not the same.
Just give it 5 minutes. There it is.
exactly. Brady's got it up.
But I mean,
That's what it feels like.
but I mean, essentially just
Right.
Tinder, instead of I want a blowjob, want to give a blowjob.
Yeah.
I want to help someone out. You know,
I got an hour. I can give you a ride somewhere convenient.
but not even just a ride.
Yeah, but
right?
yeah, what do you need?
know, I need. I've been struggling with this couch
Yeah.
for 20 minutes. Anybody in the neighborhood?
Right. Can somebody help me carry this up the stairs?
Wow,
Yeah.
it's pretty great. People can be vetted properly and really great. Because how many times, you know, I'm sitting watching my fish, you know, and the person next door said, you know, well,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something I know how to do.
You can carry a sofa up the stairs.
My husband left something on the top shelf and I can't get it.
There you go.
I can't reach it.
That's actually,
Are there any giraffes in the neighborhood?
that's actually a porn movie. Yeah, I mean, for people who know how to do something that could be helpful, I don't have a list of skills that are helpful. No one ever says, I need someone to juggle for 5 minutes. There's somebody that can come by.
That
and
is the problem for us.
Yeah.
And that's the new part about Uber is that I
can
get.
drive?
Yes, you could. You would enjoy this. You would very, very much enjoy this because, like I said, a third of the time you're, you know, I'm picking up an old lady at her doctor's appointment and taking her home. You know, and this was great. This week I picked up an old lady who was the most unhappy woman in the world.
Is this one that swallowed a fly?
Yeah, I think it might have been.
I don't know why she did it, but
She told me about it the whole way. And then the spider.
Did it wiggle and
I
jiggle
didn't
and
like
tickle
the
and
spider,
stuff?
but the spider was there. My friends in Jersey tricked me into coming to Vegas. And now I've swallowed a fly and a spider. That's some of the rides that you do.
What was the story with the old lady?
She had a friend here in Vegas who had talked her into moving from Jersey, and then she'd gotten in a fight with that person. It wasn't a romantic relationship, just a friend, and now was in Vegas with no friends, and didn't like anything about Vegas, not even the weather.
What about you? She like you?
My name didn't come up, fortunately. But she hated her doctor that I had picked her up at. She hated the road that we were driving on. She hated the traffic. She wasn't crazy about my car. She didn't like the veterinarian who had been taking care of her cat. And
How about her cat?
the cat had died. So it might have been with good reason. I'm not saying she didn't have good reasons possibly to hate the vet.
I was thinking pet suicide.
Yeah, pet suicide seemed sensible to me.
Cat was like, I'm out of here. I can't.
But it was still a great moment to ride in a car with this
With a grousing old lady.
Grousing old lady. I really enjoyed the grousing old lady.
There was no this ride for free button on that one.
There was no this ride for free button on it, but I might have
There was
done it.
why not double it?
Yes, there should be a why not double one. I did pick up someone else who had me drive them around to liquor stores and wait for them while they shopped and then take them back to their hotel. That would be can you give me a little bit of a tip here, buddy? Button.
Oh, because there's no waiting.
Uber, you're not required to